is recording now. Oh, the previous one. Okay, but you're not missing out a lot. Thank you very much, Sri. Okay, see, this is a journal. Journal pops up, okay, and it says, okay, the title is in Malay, so when you publish in Malay, usually you have to have an English abstract. But usually English abstract also is when you read, it could be confusing, especially when the writer's strength is Malay. So you go straight to the abstract in Malay. Okay, I'm gonna translate as we talk. Okay, so here, let's go in. This is abstract. You can see here, okay. You can see even the keywords that they use. This is the keywords that journal articles use. And that's why when I click on the kepimpinan on housing, see, kepimpinan pengetua. So at least it has kepimpinan here, and it has pengetua cemerlang. So some authors decide on what keywords they want to use. So you choose based on the keywords. That's how you do the literature search, article search, regardless on Google, on Bing, on the library. You use the correct keywords or the best keyword possible, and you have to play around. Sometimes you just you can add here again, kepimpinan pengetua cemerlang. If I just say cemerlang, I bet only one pops up. Wong is no longer there. There you go. Because I'm being so specific about my search. Okay, so we don't want to be too specific, but we want to be too broad, because they will give you everything under the sky. Okay, so here we say kajian ini dirangka means this is basically to see whether the practices of principles. The principle is actually excellent principle. Is there such a thing? When we translate pengetua cemerlang in Malay, in English, is it excellent principle? Kak Baya, maybe, you know, who's working, maybe Madam Gita. Okay, principle pengetua cemerlang. Okay, and then it uses 327 teachers working at Can somebody talk now? I just received a call. Can somebody talk to me so that I can see whether my WebEx on the phone is still working?
Yes, that there is working.
Okay, but I cannot hear you. I have to exit on the phone. I'll be right back. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Can somebody speak? Speak up, please, so that I can make sure I can hear.
Okay. Yes, doctor.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, people keep calling, during because I'm using the mic with the phone, and every time after people call, you guys can hear me, but I cannot hear you anymore. So that's the problem. So I'm back, and it works now. Okay, here they say he has instrument. So based on this, you can say, okay, they had the instrument. We can check this instrument. Maybe Madam Gita is doing on principle. So Bowman and Deal talk about item kepimpinan pengajaran, instructional leadership. I think somebody also did on instructional leadership. Yep, instructional, kepimpinan instructional. Oh, nobody is doing it. Instructional. What about transformation? Transformasi. Okay, Madam Premila is doing hubungan kepimpinan transformasi. Okay, that's good. Somebody is writing on the chat. Oh, Madam Puva, you are doing instructional? Okay, where is it? Topik, pengaruh gaya kepimpinan guru besar. Okay, now maybe you want to add instructional, Madam Puva. Okay, so this is just based on what I found here, this one article. So from this one article, you get the idea. Okay, he's doing this article is on kepimpinan pengajaran, but now this is strategy politik. I don't know whether you are interested in politics, but check on the kepimpinan pengajaran first, the instructional leadership part. Okay, and then you say, okay, these are the instruments. Here it mentioned also, here we have instruments based on Bowman and Deals, political frame, and instructional leadership. Okay, so they have all this. This whole instrument is about political frame and instructional leadership. PIMRS, PMRS, PMRS, I don't know how to pronounce it. So, okay, that's one instrument, because of course we want to check what instruments available, because it's going to relate to your operational definition. Okay, and then it checks on why it's important. Okay, what did they say about this? Okay, so it's kind of very generic, but don't no need to guide, no need to judge yet. And we can see here they talk about the findings, talk about 11 function of instructional leadership. When you want to make sure what, that's it, only she just want to talk about amalan, means this 327 and 10, so basically descriptive, I believe. Descriptive, or oh, it's doing structural equation modeling. So this one is actually, they also put the method, the structural equation modeling, model persamaan berstruktur. See, it's so awkward when you translate it, but that is it, means he's doing a regression, but bigger regression, the structural equation modeling. If you're familiar with that, that's good. If you're not, don't worry about it, because if you have taken statistics class, at least you are familiar with regression. Okay, so structure equation modeling is more is a 2-3 regression model in one big model. Okay, so basically, okay, they're doing this, and we can check. Okay, that's good. There's more what do you call it, input, and talk about how did you do the sampling. So this is the one that you want to look at. Okay, they have 327. Can you get to 327 for your own studies? For your own study, especially for project paper. Can you get 327 pengetua to answer your, no, principal, to answer your survey, or whatever instrument, or to be interviewed if you're doing qualitative? Okay, so those are the things that you have to think, and then see the way they explain the instrumentation. Okay, because this is a Scopus. Scopus, the quality should be there. So at least they have to explain why they choose this and what are actually the construct is about the instrument. Okay, they have 3 construct in 10 dimension. Okay, this is all the statistics, how they make sure, because when you talk about structural equation modeling, you have to talk about fit. Okay, whether the data fit, and they talk about validity and reliability here, make sure whether the instrument is good. And this is the, see the findings, and these are the thing that you know you want to see. Kepimpinan pengajaran, instructional leadership of an excellent principal. You have to know how to plan your objective. You have to clear your objective. Basically, these are all important traits. So he mentioned 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. He got 10. Or maybe this one he forgot to. So he mentioned 11, but here he has about 10. So it's okay. So then you say, okay, this is good. So you know, okay, this is a good article that I can always refer to inform my own topic. We're still talking about research topic. We're not talking about conducting research yet. But based on one good article, you can have the idea. Some people say that, okay, I'm not going to read all this Creswell and whatsoever that I'm share, all these books. Did you get all the books, right? So give that thing. Where is it? See, you have all the book. Yeah, I can share. I will share that journal. Okay, but means that you have to search strategically. And I bet, because if you just, because I did this is open access. If you even type kepimpinan pengetua ataupun or the principal leadership on Google, this article will pop up, and you have to use a scholarly article or journal. Then this will pop up, because this one is actually open access. I don't have to go through Sci-Hub. Okay, so then later I use this without. Okay, this one, principal transformational leadership and teacher. This one also, I know this. This is I think a journal by University of Malaya, Malaysia. Asia Pacific Journal of Education and Educational Research, I think, Educators and Education. So we call it APG, APG Journal. So 2010 and 2020. When I click open article in web browser, it said, okay, I couldn't find because this is not working. So now what I did is actually I spell it out. I spell it out on Google or even Bing here. I'm using here Microsoft Edge. Oh no, just a second. Okay. So I spell it out. I got this. Basically what I got is I get this one. Principal, Transformational Leadership and Teacher. See, I spell it out because I couldn't copy, I couldn't do anything about it. But it says that there's one article. But no, okay, it got cleared up. But yeah, basically we got it from there, right? Okay, and then I spell it out and I search and this one turns out. Whether you can choose this one, but you say, okay, I know this. This is the one that it has. The one that mentioned the article. AppG. Okay, so I click on that. Okay, there you go. There's a couple of articles in that volume. So here we want this one. Okay, so click on the full text. They have full text. Most Malaysian journal articles, they allow they are open access, means you can get full article. And we have our very own article, Scopus Journal too, MJLI, Malaysian Journal for Learning and Instruction. Okay, if you know Prof. Rosna, she's the one who's actually, she used to be the editor-in-chief, but now I think it's Associate Professor Dr. Tengku Faika. Now she's at the RIMC. Okay, so a bit background. So we have also, UM has, and our very own SOE, School of Education, has this journal. So this is from University of Malaya. They have this. So this one, Wong and Tian, I think the last name should be Wong, right? Wong and Tian basically are doing this. And here they talk about principal transformational leadership. So now, when I talked earlier, I think Madam Premila, right? Madam Premila and Puva are doing transformation. Madam Puva is doing instructional. Okay, so I know, okay, so Madam Premila should have this article in her reading list. In her list of articles, the one I said, how many full articles did you get? Okay, some of you put 50 and stuff. Okay, that's good. So, but the the one that really catered to your own studies. So you have this Principal Transformation Leadership, Teacher Self-Efficacy. And now you can see also the way people write their own title. At least in Malaysia, because we study in Malaysia, we have to cater to Malaysia, the way the convention, the structure required or encouraged. So this is the one. See, Principal Transformational Leadership and Teacher Self-Efficacy and Empirical Study in Chinese Independent High School in Pulau Pinang, Malaysia. Remember the style of writing article, the one that we discussed not long ago, last week actually. We have this subtitle, right? Title and subtitle. So now they talk about issues and they talk about what is the study is all about. So you can write different style. So now go back to your own title. Does it sound like those? Okay, so you have to make sure like there's several variables there. Now you want to make sure there's a component of Principal Transformational Leadership. That's one variable. Teacher Self-Efficacy. So two variables. Now they want to make sure where they want to do it. So they're talking about this one as a DV, IV, independent variable, and this one is the dependent variable. They want to check on teacher self-efficacy. I saw a lot of stuff on Google Docs on self-efficacy too. Okay, so that's when you want to see whether you have this dependent variable. Because what inform what affect what? Of course, kepimpinan pengetua, the principal leadership is actually the one that is going to affect self-efficacy, commitment, performance, prestasi, whatever you guys mentioned. Motivation, I think somebody make on motivation. Okay, so empirical study in Chinese Independent High School in Pulau Pinang, Malaysia. So she's giving context. Okay. And this one you can, okay, you're doing SAM too. SAM, because quantitative is very important in, it's not very important, very popular in MSc, leadership, Master of Science Leadership Management. Last time I told you about the Ketua Unit, the head of Department Matriculation, he wanted to do implementation, which is basically spells out qualitative study. The pensyarah said no. Most of the even the course coordinator said no, because there's no educational management lecturers are good in qualitative, or no, can supervise qualitative. I take that back. This is recorded, but they are not able to do qualitative. They can always ask second supervisor, but I'm not sure why. But the policy here, most MSc, they are doing this quantitative. And that's why MSc students come, what are the instruments? They come with the instrument first. Do they have the instrument to do the study? Then they start shaping their study based on the instruments, the availability of the instrument. Oh, we can just use this. Okay. And that's, unfortunately, my dear students, that is not kind of like, that's not kind of a pure researcher, or like true researcher who wants to give meaning to what they're doing. That's more like you are dictating to what you are limiting the study based on what literature, what instrument you have. Okay, it's okay, but you know, for a master level project paper, it's okay, because you want to get it done too. You don't want to be too ambitious because you are doing project paper, and that's why they are pushing you. Okay, do this because it's doable, it's practical, it's easy, and it's there for you to replicate. But then when you master by research level, and at least master by dissertation already and forward, especially PhD, no more based on the instrument, because there's an instrument. No, you have to start based on the steps of how you can formulate problem statements. And that's why I ask you to read, go through Creswell and find it. And I also share again, on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so those are the things. And you see keywords again: teacher self-efficacy, transformational leadership, Malaysia. Because people type Malaysia on Harzing. She wants this article to pop out, or they want this article to pop out. And they put type of data analysis that they are doing, and they make sure they spell this. And usually journal will allow not more than 8 keywords. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. It looks long, but there are only 5 keywords. Means 5 means phrase that makes sense. Okay. So you have this, and I'm gonna give it too. And later, what pops out to when I type, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry actually, to the Ain, Kabaya, and Nisha, because similar process. I'm focusing on this because this is actually what you call easier to share. But if you have like specific problems or specific search that you want to show me later, we can do it outside class. Yeah, here. I got this one article, one journal, Educational Management, Administration, and Leadership. This is spot on. Most of yours, most of you, your bidang is this, your program is this. Even Jumin, I'm not sure yet. What are you interested? What are you interested? Later, you have to specify in that Google Doc the topic and stuff. Then we can talk more personalized. I can personalize a little bit to you and relate the discussion to your topic too. Okay. So just hang in there. So educational management, you have one article, and I think this is a very good article too. Looking at the SAGE journals. SAGE journals usually is Q1. Last time Ayn asked me in the group, like how to know the impact of stuff. So it's the quality of the journal matters too. So when you know, it's like good publisher, it's not anybody under the sky. Yeah, means they really what do you call it, filter. So you know this one, and this one, transformational school leadership, teacher self-efficacy, predictors of perceived collective teacher efficacy. So you know, transformational leadership, this is the IV, and you have to make sure that there's another DV. DV is dependent variable. Okay, so you get this. Do you get? Oh, okay, access is not allowed. In Malaysia, we're lucky. I introduced you to SciHub. Some people said it's illegal, but I think for the sake of learning, I'm sharing this with you. Again, we talked about this in the very first class. I'm doing this again. So SciHub, sometimes you have to play around with this, with the extension. Last time it's SciHub.tw, SciHub.re. Okay. So I think in China it's easier to find different articles. I'm not sure about Jumin, because back then when I was in Miami, I have this several Chinese gang, a team. No, they are my buddies basically. If I cannot find anything, I can ask them to find. They find it for me, because US they really strict in terms of prohibiting this kind of website. So here, tada, you get the full article. Did you see what I did? You want me to go back? How did I do this? Anybody? You're good. You got it. Kabaya? Are you
Yeah,
talking?
can you do it again? I
Okay,
miss it
sure.
just now. Yeah.
Okay. So this is how sometimes you have to play around with the URL, but usually you type sci-hub, it gives you the one that is working. Sometimes you
Okay.
just .tw.re. So now, right now, they don't block the .se. So she's is a girl actually from Ukraine or Russia, I think create this, because they said that to remove all barriers in the way of science means they try to give you the best free articles possible, and journals hate this one. Okay, but Malaysia, I got it. So what I did is actually I copy that because I'm using Bing, and this is Microsoft Edge, and I'm using Sci-Hub on Google Docs. So that's why you see me jumping around, but it's actually I'm just using two different browser here. So here I copy that title and paste it here, and then click open. Or you can sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So sometimes they ask you to do DOI. So let's try using DOI. DOI means digital object identifier on the internet. See, this is DOI. Now, APA, when you want to write reference list, APA 7 requires DOI, because now with the digital, you click, you get where it is. They want to really do this. So I copy this link, and then I go back to my Sci-Hub. Here, I paste. I hope it works. DOI usually can be tricky. There you go. I got the DOI, and I got some kind of like you click on this, you get the reference. It might not be APA full, but it's there for you to not get lost track of the reference. So you have this, you click on this, you paste on your Word document. Oh, this is yours. Okay, so the one that you're working on, you can call this reference list, just pile it up and then format it later, you know, because you have to do it on the go. Then you start piling it out alphabetically and stuff. Then you have, by the time you're done searching, you think you have like 50 without knowing. Okay, and everything's organized. Don't just say, I'll do it later. No, don't do it later. You don't have time. You're busy making money.
Okay, got that. Very good.
Everybody. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about myself too. Yeah, everybody's busy. You do it as you go. Okay. So, and yeah, these are the articles that I found last night on Sci-Hub on my the article that I'm writing on program evaluation. Okay, so you can just save it. But I'm gonna save it on a desktop in a new folder about what do you call it? Management. Edu management journals. You have to be in terms of systematic stuff, you have to be organized. You have to, or else you're gonna. So you can leave it like this in COVID 2016, or you can add special. I don't know, some people prefer to add deeper, but for me, I'm okay with this. So if it's a transformational leadership. So you go. Teacher self-efficacy. So you get full article, and I already save it, and you can go back and you can find more articles if you cannot find the full articles. That's why I asked on Google Doc how many full articles that you managed to find, because that's important. And you see here, school leadership efficacy. For those, this is actually a good article on Q1, education management administration leadership. Means people are just doing two variables, but make sure it's rigorous enough. The rigorous means the process. So they limit the excess of option. No problem. We go back here. 16 pages, and definitely they have all this conceptual framework. So those who are doing transformational leadership, you should have this. At least read this. If you search in Malay only, you won't get. So if you try to, make it a variety here, transformational leadership. Was already 10:40. We plan to finish early so that you can work on your reading list, but it's okay. Once you get this set, then it'll be faster. Transformational leadership. You may want to use the semicolon. Self-efficacy. Don't even have to use hyphen. Malaysia. I don't know. I don't want to do Malaysia. Just leave it like that. If Malaysia, I think we're gonna limit it. There you go. I'm using Scopus. This one is cross-ref. Okay, cross-reference. What about Scopus? If I'm using Scopus, it's okay, but you don't have to. If you need use Google Scholar, you can. So cross-ref, we have 200 papers. If we use Scopus search, 20. See how it filters? Means you don't have to read. Oh, I don't more. Too early to judge. 60. 80. 100. Oh, don't tell me it's more. Maybe Crossref is the one filter so much. But it's really searching those with the good journal, miss. Scopus is that's the what we call university paid. If lecturers publish in Scopus, what does it mean? Means it's good. Okay, so Scopus 198, like 2, yeah, less. So you see, employee learning orientation, transformational leadership. This one may be not limited to teachers. Okay. Okay, this is employee. You can see, I mean, in terms of read more. Do they give you full articles? Check. View full text. Yeah, they have. Some people are giving open access. Okay, this is so you're good to go with this. You don't have to go use SciHub. Oh no, you have. So you use SciHub. Okay, you know where to find already, right? Okay, and then pass. Maybe you can see journals first. What publication is it published in? Op. How do I undo this? What did I do? Okay. Oh, now it's upside down. Why is it Scopus? Oh, I put it based on the year publication. When I click it, it's sorted. Now I just know this function. Okay, so you learn forever. 2018. This is annual meeting. Maybe you want to skip that. Find journal first. Academy of Management. Okay, now I'm gonna find teacher. We find more than 100 articles. We recognize. Say that again. Just a second. What did Madam Nalini said? Which article is good? Okay, good question. I'm going to go there. First, when you go Scopus, these are all good articles. Now, which article is relevant? You want to ask that question. So maybe you want to refine education. Find the search. Refine the search. Okay. So now you have international consider impact of professors transformational leadership. This one university, and this one a conference. I'm not sure whether you're gonna get full paper, but you can try click on it. Although it's a proceeding, it may be not a bad proceeding, but if it's a proceeding, you won't get on SciHub, but you can always try. No harm to try. It's free. Okay. And okay, this one maybe advances in health sciences education. It's education, but health sciences. And then this one, ortho psychiatry, psychology, health and well-being. Maybe those who are actually practicing transformational teaching, they are actually in higher education and in the, medical school, who's doing it. This one, upper Asia Pacific Education Review. I'm trying to publish in this one too. Autonomy gap and personal policy principle. So you refine your search and you go through one by one, if possible, Madam Nalini, because now it limits to 30 papers. So you have to make sure you go through all these papers. Okay. This one, APG, and I think the University of Malaya again. Integrated model principle. Open again. This one, get access, because it's, oh, this is not APG. This is Asia Pacific Journal of Education. APJE. That's one APG with the E, double E. This one only one E. So Taylor and Francis, that's a good journal. I bet this is a Q1 if you search using the Science Mago or Skimago. Some people call it Skimago Journal Rank. So, but you get the idea here. You get the paper, you get the DOI or the title. Then you can always go and check on Sci-Hub. If you cannot, I know, because now, back in the days, it was so frustrating. We have to go to the library and ask and see whether they access, because our library doesn't not necessarily have, maybe, you know, our library has because we have education management, but to be specific, you know, we have education, we might subscribe, but most of the time we don't. And it could be frustrating. But now you have the Sci-Hub, use it. So go back and check, just want to check. So that I want to drill the idea of searching. You have to sit down, maybe take one whole day just to search. Don't worry about writing it. Just search, make sure you have everything. If you have something, as you find interesting, maybe copy that and make a note on your document. Then you have something to write on. Okay? If you keep on, you search strategically. Okay? So yeah, you have. I know. I'm going to download it and I'm going to share it for you again. See, this one, it doesn't save according to, so Lee and Liu. Lee and Liu, what year is this? 2020. So you cannot go wrong with it. Lee and Liu. I like to save it without space because that's how it works most of the time with the databases, especially if I'm using Mendeley, I think. Yeah, Lee and Liu. The way you save it, the way you have it, those matters. So right now you do strategically. You have to find all the articles related to the keyword. So don't say like, oh, we cannot find articles. Okay. If you use Malay, you get 2. If you use English, you get more quality. You know, the only thing is just you have to do it to force yourself read in English, but you can translate it back, no problem. But if you Google Translate, make sure it makes sense. It's okay to Google Translate, but don't, you know, don't just literally take it without understanding the meaning. Yeah. So that's what happened with this abstract, actually. I think he Google translated it. I'm sorry to say, this researcher, but it sounds awkward a little bit, not bad, not everything. So here, okay, that's the whole idea of why we are going all this process for you to. Let's go back to the purpose to decide on your topic. And right now, just now, I asked you to check on the problem statement. Okay, it's still really on how you search for the topic. Now, Madam Gita has this additional row. I added it just now because I added it based on the thing that I asked you to search. How you decide on the problem statement. So I asked you to check on Creswell, and Creswell said, this one, Creswell, 2012. You have this textbook, page 64. They give, how do you write a statement of the problem? Okay, you understand, you find the topic and stuff. Now you want to write, because you have to write a good problem statement, because that's what will make sure the rest of your study. You are working on the problem that is researchable, significant, people cares, not because you just want to do it, short sneaky. Okay, so that's why you want to do problem statement. Just now, Shumen, I was talking in Malay. Okay, so you might not capture that. Okay, so here it says you have the topic, research problem, a justification of the importance of the problem as found in the past research and in practice. Past research means you have to see articles, you have to read, you have to go through the searches. Okay, you cannot skip that part. Okay, you can have common sense. Saya rasa sebab dekat sekolah saya memang problem. Okay, but then my past research, did you check the past research, the article, and practice? Of course, this is when you said that, no? That one you said problematic. But problematic, you know it's being supported with policy, you got it in the meeting, it becomes an issue in the meeting, ada surat perkeliling, all those things that, that becomes an issue. Okay, the deficiencies in our existing knowledge about the problem, and this one is the gap. Because we searched 2 paper only in Malay just now, when we talk about kepimpinan, we think, oh, there's a gap. Only 2 articles in Scopus talk about this. But when you use Google Scholar, you might get more. Kepimpinan pengetua, right? What do we type earlier? Kepimpinan.
Kepimpinan pengetua cemerlang.
Kepimpinan pengetua. Okay, so I'm going to get pengetua saja. But here we said, okay, Scopus, 2 articles. Thank you, Madam Nalini. But when with Google Scholar, you will get a lot. Oh, I forgot to hit enter. Oh, 20. 1,000 results. Okay, they are searching 1,000 and they are actually searching for more and more and more. So here, this is everything under SCAD that is not Scopus. Means it's not bad, you know, but what do you call? It's published in index. Index means not bad. It could be. You can use index, but I just use Scopus so that you can increase your standard a little bit. You can always go to this journal too with Google Scholar, because this one, they give you everything that is not Scopus. Okay? Not Scopus, it doesn't mean it's bad, but just be careful, because sometimes nobody's reviewing it. They say it's a peer reviewed, but it get expedited like 2 days. Who review in 2 days? So yeah, those are the things that we have to really consider. But it works. University accept it. No, it's not a bad article. You can publish it, especially those PhD and master by research. You before you defend, you have to have 2 publication, and it has to be indexed, or it doesn't matter, Scopus or index. Any index can be, but index has to be berwasit. Berwasit means it's good. It's not predatory. Okay. Oh, Assalamualaikum Muhammad Satari. I think you just joined. We are finishing, but I'm going to share you all the materials and I'm going to share you the recordings. But so that's what I'm saying about problem statement. Where's the problem statement just now? There you go. There you go. How do you write a problem statement here? And I put it in that Google Doc. I already put it here. And I also share you this one, the problem statement. If you notice, you see like in I wrote it in the WhatsApp group. Problem statement is what? This is actually the one that I wrote. If you notice, this is actually a rubric. A rubric that I and my team developed to write chapter 1. What are the criteria for writing chapter 1? And to have, like, you know, if a problem statement exceeds standards, you know, that will score 10 or 9 out of, you know, out of 10. So the criteria of problem statement is this one. And you see here, it should be identification of comprehensive research gaps. Means you do a lot of searches, you know, at least Harzing. If you get Harzing, I think you're good enough. You said, okay, you did this, you see, okay, 5 articles talk about it, but not enough. They're not talking about this issue. So you know that there's a gap, ada jurang. Maksudnya there's something not enough in this study that you can always add on. Okay, it's all about added value. It consists of thought-provoking questions and significant. Thought-provoking means basically critical. Okay, not because it's just common sense, you know, people talk in the kedai kopi or, you know, in the coffee shop, you know, but it's something like it's significant, it's specific to the research at the local, it could be local, at your school, national, country level, China or Malaysia, okay, world level, okay. Actually, or and you can see or and you can, if you have all these 3, you're good to go. People are worried about it at local, national, world. What issue is that now that people are worried at every level? COVID. Yeah, COVID, and then online learning. We're talking about online learning too, especially in education. Online learning. Nak guna apa? Why you use a lot of WebEx? Why you use Teams? You know, how are we going to do this? Parents drive through. Parents don't have enough gadget. Those are the things that is significant. Principals, how are you going to push your teachers? You know, teachers are stressful. They are in the middle. I'll share you later. Okay, but a couple of discussion about issues. Maybe Jumin, I'm afraid Jumin cannot you know, join much, but it's basically how teachers are stressful because in between the boss and the parents, to me that those are the issues. So those are significant. Okay, current, terbaru means that's why, you know, it's going to be more recent. If it's like long time ago, who cares? Okay, but old doesn't mean it's not good. Some people say, oh, this is 1900 article, why are you using it? Because that's the foundation. I think John Dewey article on how you have to do experiential learning, that's the educational theory, that's 1916, and people are still citing it, no problem. But no, when you want to prove that, you know, there are more new recent studies being done, you know, with the real data, you want a new one. But you want, if you're referring to the SIFU, yeah, you can use the old one. Even 1800, it's okay. If it's really, you know, seminal article. Seminal means that's the core article, the SIFU who talk about it first. If you cite that SIFU, you can never go wrong. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, contextualize in the scope of the purpose. Okay, of students' research, basically of your research. It specifies the important relationship between the variables of study. Just now, transformational leadership, self-efficacy, how they actually marry it. Check on the literature review. How did they do that? They must have done it, especially those in Scopus. They have to marry it. They have to make sense of it. Q1 articles, you can never go wrong. They give you good literature. Okay, inshallah. Okay. And then it provides localized, concrete, and convincing support. Because this is the one you want to, it's like, you know, who will be interested in your studies? If it's not convincing, who's going to give you money? Especially if you are searching for the grant or scholarship. Okay, those are the things that they want to see, stakeholders. And back to your Google Doc here. Okay, the new member, I'm going to give you this link in the WhatsApp group. Did you join the WhatsApp group? Let me check. You did not join. So, okay. How did you manage to find the WebEx link? I think you go to online learning, I guess. Okay. So, Madam Lalin, did I answer your question about how you can recognize which article is good? Madam Nalini. So back on this, while waiting for Madam Nalini to respond, Madam Gita, I added this problem statement. Now, maybe you want to do the search and start looking at this. This is later. Maybe, you know, half of the course, we're still working on it, but not too long. Please don't take too long. Once you do the reading list, the assignment 1, I think you're good to go. You can answer all this. Okay. But this is actually important to answer. And I ask this every single of you, except when I stop at Ayn, because Ayn already gave me the reason. It's actually from her problem statement. Okay. Nisha too. Yeah, I haven't added a little bit, but Nisha, this is good. Maybe you want to add the gap from the past research. Same goes with Kabaya, the one that you sent me. I'll check on it. Thank you. And yeah, Ayn. So you three, because you are working on the grant, on a topic based on the research grant that already won. So the research problem is there, but it doesn't mean that, you know, you can just, because proposal is not, is the equivalent is not as good as PhD. PhD, they want more and more and more in detail. Proposal at the national level, even though they get the issue, but now you have to elaborate. So you're good to go, but you cannot just be too relaxed. That's what I'm saying. Okay, but the rest, okay. Now I'm reading all this. This one, Madam Sri, Iklim Scholar. This is nice. You give Price, Jones, and stuff, and you have to have kegembiraan. So iklim atau persekitaran sekolah, be specific. Maybe apa? Teachers' happiness. Sebab iklim could be, you know, the environment, the infrastructure. So maybe you want to be specific on terms of this. I'll go through detail. If I find issues later, I'll WhatsApp you personally. But in the meantime, start searching, what do you call it, strategically using the search process that I showed. Okay. Madam Puva, we talk about it instructional. We saw a lot of articles about instructional. If you be specific, I bet they have instructional, kepimpinan instructional. I'm still searching. See Google Scholar? It's still searching because a lot of people, they put on Google Scholar, easy to find. And you can also set notification. I used to teach my student how to set notification alert on Google Scholar, means it will pop in your email. New article, you're gonna crowd your email like crazy. You're gonna have to clear every time. So now I don't teach it anymore. You can use this. See how long it's still loading and loading and loading and search, because Google Scholar, everybody, thesis, presentation, people share, classwork, they can share everything. So I really suggest if you can get Scopus and get the API key, try to see how it works. Maybe later, if needed, we can, you know, have a demo on WebEx if necessary. We can find time out of class time, because class time is really precious, and we can do it. It's all online, so we'll try to capitalize on the WhatsApp as much as we can. Okay, thank you, Ain. So now your assignment. Okay, small. Just a second. This is assignment where you have, I think, 4 assignments. I'm still finalizing the wording and stuff, because everything is there, but I'm taking it from the instructor, because this one it's been a while since I teach the 4 credit hour course, because we have 60514. The one I have is 6013. So the direction is slightly different, but I've been teaching research methodology regardless in education. Okay, so the first one is assignment 1. I'll share this on WhatsApp and on the Online Learning. I haven't shared it anywhere yet, so don't fret, don't freak out. Okay, so 5% only. This one, I need you to organize your reading list. Okay. Basically find articles, full articles, good articles, whatever I'm trying to tell you. No page limit. Okay. By next week, you have to have at least 10 reading list, and there's many ways how you can do this, but I have shared several part that you can see. I'm sharing it. This is my own reading list in PDF, the one that I did when I was doing my PhD. This one also, this is more annotated bibliography, different style. You can choose whatever you like, or you have your own style, no problem. I'm just giving you the template. Anyway, if you want to use it, use it. If you have a better way of doing it, maybe you want to do like mind map style, go break a leg, no problem. Okay, literature review. Here, I'm also give you in Excel. So it can be done in Excel, PDF. PDF means a Word document that you transform into PDF. Okay. So yeah, this one, you have to be very careful, because the rest of your assignments for this course almost primarily depend on this list. Means all these articles. So based on your topic, and this is how you refine. You select the articles that mirror the topic. So then later you're gonna use that article again and again and again and again. Okay, you have 10. I don't mind if you have more than 10. Okay, consider all this. Go preferably indexing Scopus, considering also problem statement, the one that I wrote in Google Doc, and even I give snippet on the WhatsApp. So you have all this. Well, I have a lot of things to share with you. Seems like 3 hours is not enough, but they said that don't go too long. I think this is too long that we did. I did one time 3 hours straight. Lepas tu bergasak. Everybody got like, oh, so heavy. So you better have a lot of water too next to you, for this course. Okay, so this is it. Do this. I can show you how it looks like in terms of reading lists a little bit. All right, I'll give you all this. This is a template. I will give you this template. Okay, And this is my own reading list that time. As if like, prepare for, like as if you are writing a proposal already. In the US, we have committee members. And these two, all of them are my professors. And this one, we have external member. So they know each other. We know each other. So they know how we work. But in terms of PhD and master by research, okay, because they are using local. I mean, those that you know, like this, committee members or maybe those faculty members in the school. But PhD, your external evaluator or examiner might, or even internal, they might not know you. So they never work with you. They don't know how you are, your attitude, your stuff, your effort. So only they see is your piece of writing, the report that you sent them. So that's when it's really hard. Proposal is okay, it's internal, but when you defend, they don't even come for your defense. So your proposal defend, then suddenly they are looking at your 5 chapters all during that one day. They're gonna determine whether you pass with major correction, minor correction, no correction, or revival. So you have, those are the things that you have to really properly put in mind. And yeah, I'm gonna brainwash, especially Kabay and Nisha all the time. Okay. So these are the tentative research questions. If you can come up with the tentative research question and sub questions, how you want to do it, go ahead. And this is how you plan to answer it. If you read enough, if you cannot, just do the reading list. This is the list of abbreviations, because I'm doing it in a table. So writing all this long, phrase will take space. So you just, this is book. I use this book, but this is handbook. Handbook is good, but make sure you have a soft copy of it, if possible. Now, this one, I have soft copy. If you search it online, you can get soft copy, like used to $100. But yeah, you have all this. When it's a handbook, it's a good book. Not every book, not every book is good. But this one, article, Q1 article, and how things are. And this is my style. I think with your own template, I think I make a revision here and there a little bit. See? Author paradigms. If you don't know what paradigm, skip. We're gonna go through again. Purpose, RQs, what relevant topic in that article will relate to your topic, or what keywords. You can play with this. You don't have to necessarily follow me straight. Design, result, finding, significance, implications to practitioners. I make it more. You can reduce it if you want. Okay. And this one style, how you want to do it. Maybe you want to combine it in one column, no problem. Okay. This is my styles for me to have a better look. So this is mine. All the way. Ta-da! This is what number is 37 and counting. This is not enough. And there you go. You have all the references. Make sure you copy paste at least the style that I told you. Just copy from, if you get it from SciHub, leverage it, copy it, put it in the later format it, or find somebody to format it for you if you don't have time. So at least you have everything in place. Make sure it's alphabetical, C, 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 D, D, D. Okay, those are the things that people don't really talk about, but those are the trivial thing that is, it's gonna stress you out if you're not consistent from the beginning. Okay, so that's it. This is yeah, in Excel. If you prefer in Excel, you can do your reading list in Excel, and this is 5%. And usually I'll give 5% for free, but you have to make sure it's with, it's really good with the content. And this one I can go with the tab, according to the tab, different study, different tab. If you prefer like that, go ahead. But this one, when I was working on the internship that I told you, that's it. It's not a big study. It's not a PhD even. But I use this definitely in my PhD studies. But this one is when I want to write a conference proceeding, yeah, I'll and also present it to the board of directors, this study. So I use this in all the important studies. But see, not many studies, but there are rich studies. This is a software. I even write a literature review on software. who invented that software, because I'm going to use the software. I have to convince the board of director. Okay. And they have a manual. So what is in the manual? Okay. PhD students, those are the things that you have to do. Annotated bibliography. This one, no, it's not so popular amongst folks, but sometimes popular among language teachers. They might like this. Okay. The style. The style is, I give the whole APA references. I give the summary. Try to make sure it's 100 and not from abstract directly. This is, of course, abstract, but whatever you can find, whatever you find is really, really important and burning. Okay, Fern and Rob synthesize how many studies and stuff, and then what you find and stuff, and what is important about that. But don't regurgitate. Regurgitate means you repeat. You just copy paste. There's no point. You have to go through and you understand, okay, this study is about this, and basically they want to say this, the finding is this. That's it. And then later I have to do discussion. Discussion, this is when you read all. Later when, okay, you see this, what they suggested, and then define the characteristics were outlined. So I also put in the table. Important. This is basically making notes, but making notes digitally. You don't make notes in your notebook, paper and pencil anymore. Because if you want to save time, to make meaning, go straight. Some people think that, okay, I'm still old school, then I transfer. If you have time, no problem. But I suggest try to be digital as much as you can and back up your data. Closer. Okay, this is a summary again, and then discussion again, always discussion, because the paper is so rich. You know, it's not logical just to have like 94 words summary. You want to delve deeper. So basically you are making different types of stuff. You might not understand this, but you can follow this style, what I'm trying to say. Annotated bibliography, this is annotated bibliography basically. You give the summary and you give a little bit of discussion. And discussion here now, I start adding whatever I read earlier too in this. Zumbo said this. Chen and Henning, the one that I read, maybe down there, I put here. So in a way, you have already your literature review. Okay. If you don't want to do this, I think folks will go basically with the basic one. If you want to challenge yourself, go with the annotated bibliography. If you have different style of doing your literature reading list, you can do that too. Somebody's writing. Okay. Awesome. So I'm sharing all this on WhatsApp. I haven't shared it yet. I'm going to share it now. I'm going to let you go because half an hour so you can relax, refresh. You can do it later, but the due is next week. I'll try to bug you in between, but I've been very busy last week, so less communication on the WhatsApp during that time. But I'm glad I keep asking questions. Anybody can ask questions. Just ask, I'll try to answer. If not, like I said, bug me. I'm very busy. Busy, I don't know what, busy working. Okay, and online and stuff, everybody's struggling. I'm struggling too, to be honest. Okay, but we try to be, to put everything to store. It looks like a lot I'm giving you, but it's not, trust me. If I don't give too much, then you're gonna get stressful. Some people think, okay, that's why we don't give too much in the first the first few classes. No, for me, I'll just, let's go, let's talk business, because then you take it easy. At the end, you're gonna get stressful. It's too late, or it's not too late, it's stressful. Okay, any question for me?
Doctor, I have a question.
Okay, yes, Ain.
You see for the research, it's not research, it's like article researching stuff. I know that, let's say as my topic, like it's related with social civic engagement and also in higher learning institutions. So it has two different kind of keywords. So let's say I want to use both of the keywords in searching the articles. I found that you use in hyphen, isn't it? When you are using the haphazing apps, they are published or perish apps too.
Okay.
Is there any other way? Like macam we use brackets or macam quotes the quoting
No need.
the words?
Yeah, you
Oh.
can. You can grab. You don't have to put the quotation whatsoever. You can, I think, semicolon. That's the format that they use to differentiate. If you want specific, you can ask like, I want specific results. Or if you want to be like very specific, I'm gonna cancel this. Okay, it's taking like 940. I think is. Come on, stop. It's not stopping. It's okay. So if you don't want to search by keywords, maybe too many people are putting them in the keywords. You want to, I want those in the title. Yeah, search by keywords. Yes, Dr. Nalini. Use kepimpinan pengetua in the title. Then you can limit that. You can limit, means the title will have kepimpinan pengetua. If the title doesn't have kepimpinan pengetua, it will skip. But you don't have to use bracket, or you don't even have hyphen. Sometimes I don't even use hyphen. This, I don't even have to worry about it's not case sensitive. You can put capital letter, you don't put capital letter, no problem. Okay, but you make sure the spelling is right. And sometimes British spellings, US spelling, favor, VOUR, S, what you call advice, with the S, with the C, with the V, system. Those synthesize and with the Z and with the S. So the spelling matters, but the convention of the format, how you want to separate those phrases, you don't even have to put anything. You can just go in. It's a run-on sentence. You can be kepimpinan pengetua pendidikan, not even comma, not even dots, not even hyphen, not even bracket. Okay, Ain?
Okay, doctor. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So try this. Try the title too. Doctor, can we copy the APA reference of an article? Yes. Just a second. I can. It's gone now. Chat. Can we copy APA from SciHub? How? You just click on that. Okay. This one, okay. Some it doesn't give. Some it give, right? What article we want to find? Find, for example. Oh, this one I found school principals leadership. This is East China. Okay. Have PDF. Okay, you don't have. I'm gonna copy this just in case. Let me find it. Copy or SciHub. I'll try this see if sometimes it gives, sometimes it doesn't. So, and it doesn't give the right one. It might not give the right. I think this is the right one. So yeah, we're lucky. You click it here, Madam Gita. After we find article, now you read it. Make sure you read through, and then you put on your reading list. Basically, it can be the template like this.
Okay.
Or it can be like I showed you the annotated bibliography just now. In this, whether you want to summarize it, and then but summarize your own word.
Yeah.
What you really understand. If you just copy it, then later trust me, you have reading lists. Later when you defend, you don't even use your article in reading list. My tongue defend, when you come to proposal defend, like at the end of the semester, you totally quote different studies that you haven't read before. That means because you don't really understand that the reading list, the purpose of reading list is actually for you to organize, and you can see, okay, when you see Penfield and Lamb, you know already, oh, they are doing differential item functioning. You know what topic they are talking about. If you do it like, wholeheartedly, you go through the article, then you say, okay, this is the title, and this is the keywords, and this is actually the purpose. So the purpose is actually, okay, I'm going to relate it. Later, this is going to be useful for your literature review. When you do your literature, you have everything not under the sky. You have everything that you need. Okay? And go back to Madam Gita just now. I just pasted it here. Ctrl V. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, Madam Gita.
Thank you, Doctor.
So I went jumping a little bit, but okay, this is principle. I'm going to download it too. And then I'm going to share all this. Okay, those who are not doing educational management, don't feel bad. If you need me to to help you together, but I know you guys got it. I'm using this because I'm learning too. I have to learn this because I'm supervising you guys. I'm not an expert in leadership. I've never been a leader. ketua kelas pun school leader. Okay, but not at the department yet. Okay, so those who are guru besar and everything, yeah, we're gonna learn from each other. So you see this finger, click on it. If you're lucky, you have all this nice APA, and make sure you have one document. Then don't forget to save. Those are the things. Saving and everything. It takes practice. Soon, when you get the hang of it, you got to go. At least you struggle during research method class, not during your project paper, or even when you want to really write your proposal and defend. Especially PhD students, you have to defend second semester. Pressure Nisha and Kabaya. Okay. So I hope to have our own meeting together, inshallah, with Dr. Aspalila. Okay, that's it for today. I'm gonna call it a day. Who's gonna leave can leave. Who's gonna stay and ask more questions? I'm gonna stay. Try to stay until 11:40. Then I have to prepare for my next class. I'm gonna share all this on WhatsApp, so don't worry about it. It might not be immediate, so go and I'll make sure everything is in properly organized so that you don't get stressful. By the way, we have a member. This guy, somebody, Muhammad Satiri, right?
Yes.
Siapa? Okay. Dah join group WhatsApp ke? Have you joined our WhatsApp group?
I just had this online
Tak
learning.
dengar Satari. Satari, saya cakap.
Hello?
Satari orang Malaysia ke?
Ya.
Okay. So Satari dah join group WhatsApp ke?
Belum lagi.
Okay, here, get the link on the chat box. Tengok chat box sekarang. Saya share the link now. Where's the link? Invite to group via link. Copy link. Check the chat box dekat Webex. Saya hantar sekarang Ctrl V and boleh masuk. By the way, Satiri, school mana?
SOC under Awang Hat Graduate.
Dengar. Sorry, Satiri, boleh tak? Saya tak dengar.
Ada.
By the way, the rest, Madam Gita, everybody, Kak Baya, Ain, Nisha, Madam Prema, Madam Puva, Madam Om, Madam Sri, Madam Nalini. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Doctor.
See you on WhatsApp.
Thank you,
Okay.
See you
Doctor.
next week. Okay, bye.
Satari, tunggu sekejap ya. Cuba cerita sikit. Kan nak cakap dalam WhatsApp pun tak apa?
Tak apa. Saya dari Awang Hat.
Awang Hat, tapi Skul mana Satari?
SOC.
SOE, pendidikan.
SOC.
SOC,
Ya.
computing.
Computing, yes. And
Oh, okay. Dan memang nak ambil dengan kursus saya, dengan grup saya. Saya okay, tapi saya banyak kepada education lah. Cuma the style tu, cuma saya tak sure the style of chapter bila nak tulis. Satari master ke PhD?
Saya master.
Okay, master. Okay. Style SOC, School of Computing dengan School of Education bila menulis thesis mungkin agak lain sikit. Jadi tapi research proses sama. Boleh guna sci-hub, boleh guna everything that we search lah. Cuma this class usually untuk education dan perbincangan dia selalunya contoh dalam bidang education, model, teori semua dalam bidang education. Kalau Satari okay, you can stay. Kalau tidak, saya tak tahu nak suggest juga lah sebab dia sepatutnya ada setiap school ada pensyarah yang ajar research method. SOC mesti ada. Dulu Madam Farzana, Dr. Farzana, tak salah saya, SOC yang saya tanya. Dr. Kuruhana pun ajar juga tapi Prof. Kuruhana tapi dia dah pencen. Siapa lagi?
Tapi ambil yang dia.
Saya tak dengar asal tadi.
Hello?
Oh, dia pecah-pecah. Saya dia you are breaking up. Saya tak dengar dia. Saya dengar macam jauh sangat. Lepas tu pecah-pecah. Tak dapat. So tadi decide. Whatever I'm trying to say is tadi decide. Nak stay dengan group ni ke ataupun nak pindah group lain. Tapi group ni okay, you are welcome to stay. Nanti saya share semua bahan. Cuma examples, nota semua banyaknya ke arah pendidikan. kita akan rely kalau paling tu pun saudara boleh buat dalam online learning. Kalau nak buat, I don't know what is your interest pun first. Maybe boleh share sikit interest. Kalau nak buat pasal programming and everything, I think that's it's okay, but it's not gonna be that useful lah for you to stay here in this education punya group. Kalau tapi research method, the process sci-hub housing tu you can still use. Tak kisahlah disiplin apa pun. Okay? Think about it. Decide. Sebab you dah register, I can see. I'm gonna I will call it, add you in the attendance semua untuk hari ni. Cuma nak minta Satari really decide. Dan pas saya share semua bahan tu, nanti decide sama ada you want to stay or you want to find another group. Both ways you are welcome, no hard feelings. Boleh? Saya tak dengar juga apa respon Satari. Sama ada boleh atau boleh. Serius, saya dengar Satari ketawa tapi saya tak dengar ada butiran.
Okay.
Dia dengar, tapi apa tu? Okay, tak dengar lah.
Nanti I try to consult.
No, tak dengar. Seriously, so sorry. Maybe you can, I don't know, the mic, another thing you can do kalau Satari join guna laptop, join juga guna phone. Phone mungkin lebih clear. That's what I'm doing. Kalau perasan saya guna laptop dan phone untuk chat dengan Satari, untuk Webex. Okay? Okay. Nisha dengan Jumin, do you have anything to ask that you're staying here still?
Hello, doctor. I think I missed some class. So do we have assignment?
Okay, the assignment that I'm showing, yeah, we have, but the one that we're gonna start is the one that I just showed. You have to come up with the reading list. I'm gonna share it to you on WhatsApp soon and on Everyone Learning by today, hopefully.
Okay.
Thanks, Nisha. Jumin?
Okay.
Jumin?
Okay, doctor.
Okay. So I'm gonna end the meeting, okay? Anything you can talk to me on WhatsApp group. Satari pun. You too, Satari?
No.
Jumin?
Yes, doctor.
You were saying no? No about what?
So today I should do the read list, right?
Reading list, yes. Reading list. Based on your search. I'll share you the
only this one.
Yes, this one, and check Google Doc here. You have to put your topic, what topic you want to search, the reason why you want to do the topic. I showed some example here.
Okay.
And then with how many articles you can find so far, and then I think you have to add the problem statement part, if you can. Why you want to do this? What is the gap? Okay.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jermaine. Okay, I'm gonna end the meeting, okay?
Okay. Goodbye, doctor.
Bye. Satari, jumpa dekat dalam WhatsApp ya. Saya tak dengar. Okay.